Here at Crosstalk Solutions, we mostly do videos on networking, Wi-Fi, Raspberry Pis, and voice over IP. But behind this YouTube channel, we are also a business. One of our services is Crosstalk PBX Hosting. I wanted to take this opportunity to discuss that product as well as the effort that we've put into ensuring that Crosstalk Solutions is the right place to host your cloud-based PBX server. I call our PBX hosting service a craft hosting service. We're not here to simply host as many PBX systems as we possibly can, crammed into like overloaded virtual machines. No, we work with you to ensure that PBX hosting is first of all the right option for your business. Oftentimes it is, but sometimes it isn't, and we're happy to discuss the various options in terms of the PBX architecture and what type of deployment is best for you. Now, this is one of the main reasons that you should consider Crosstalk for any of your PBX needs, hosted or otherwise. We're here to be your partner in voice over IP, to answer your questions and to help you decide on the best PBX solution for your business. So let's talk about cloud-hosted phone systems. Hosted phone systems are a really great option for customers, especially customers who have groups of phones and employees at multiple locations. Being able to connect all of your locations to a cloud-hosted server means that you can share your phone bill between all of your locations, you can do extension-to-extension dialing between your locations, and you can also have some redundancy if one location goes offline due to some sort of internet outage or other issue, and that's not going to affect the other locations. And in fact, the other locations are able to pick up the slack in that kind of outage. All of this while still being able to maintain separate phone numbers, 911 services, inbound auto attendance, and outbound routes for each individual location. We have two tiers of hosted PBX. First is the Crosstalk Cloud50 service, which is good for up to 50 phones. Then we have the Crosstalk Cloud100 service, which is good for between 50 to 100 phones. Now, when we say 50 or 100 phones, these are just recommendations. I mean, the Crosstalk Cloud50 won't stop processing calls when you add your 51st phone. These are just general guidelines for the size of server that you should be looking at based on the number of phones that you have. The Crosstalk Cloud50 hosted PBX is $75 per month, and the Crosstalk Cloud100 hosted PBX is $120 a month. And you may be saying, wait a minute, that sounds high for simple server hosting. There are other PBX hosting providers who charge less than that, and you're right. But we aren't just providing the hosted PBX. Again, we are your partner in voice over IP. Our goal is to provide you with a hosted PBX server that you don't have to worry about and that you don't have to think about. So then, what additional value is included in your Crosstalk Cloud PBX? Of course, first and foremost, we do provide you with a hosted PBX server that's geographically close to your location and hosted with a big name hosting provider. On top of that, though, we build each one of our hosted PBX servers using best practices that we've learned and skills that we've honed from working with hundreds of FreePBX systems over the years. This includes proper firewall setup to ensure your system is secure. We set up Let's Encrypt so that you can communicate over HTTPS with a valid certificate, and we also include the Sysadmin Pro module on all of the servers. And if you get the Crosstalk Cloud100, we also include the FreePBX Endpoint Manager. So right off the bat, you're starting with a server that has a strong foundation with which to build upon. Now you can take over administration from there and you have full access to both the FreePBX Web GUI and backend SSH. And of course, we're always available to help you with any configuration changes or troubleshooting or questions that you have. Besides the best practice initial configuration of the hosted PBX, we also provide two types of backups. First, we set up snapshot backups on the hosted virtual machine, but a snapshot isn't always the most reliable form of backup. So we also include a configuration-only offsite FTP backup of your server. Now, configuration-only backup means that none of your company's sensitive data, such as voicemails or call recordings, are stored in our offsite backup. But we do have the configuration of your PBX stored just in case we ever need it in the future, in the event of a server crash or something catastrophic, right? So, in addition to the backups that we maintain, we also keep your server up to date. This includes not only the base Linux software updates, but also your PBX updates. And we use version control in the back end to QA new FreePBX module releases on our own test servers before we push those updates out to our customers. This means that not only will your server be kept up to date, but you can rest assured that any updates that are pushed to your server have already been tested before you get them. Finally, we offer a 100% uptime guarantee that you can check out on our website linked below, and there are no contracts. All Crosstalk PBX systems are month-to-month rentals only. You can cancel at any time. So our Craft PBX hosting service is not just a, here you go, here's a hosted PBX and now you're on your own type of service. We're providing so much more than that because we're your VoIP partner. Your hosted PBX is going to be built securely with best practices. We back it up properly in multiple locations, and it's kept up to date with the latest tested software and security patches. And of course, if you do need any assistance with your PBX, our experts are there to help with that too. We provide full PBX setup and troubleshooting services if you ever need it. We can also give you advice on your phone lines or which SIP service provider is going to be best for your business, which is going to be most cost effective. We would certainly love to have you also on Crosstalk SIP trunks, but if Crosstalk SIP isn't the best fit, we have other SIP trunking providers that we work with regularly and we can rely on to provide solid telephone service to your server and for your business. All right, thanks for listening, and we look forward to being your VoIP partner with our Crosstalk hosted PBX solutions.